folks, let's go out to Paramus, New Jersey, and speak with Victor. Victor, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
Good. I have two of them. First one's BHC on the weekly candle. Is that a buy or no?
So
BHC
Victor, BHC or BCH?
No, BHC, right? The Bausch Healthcare.
Okay, let me get that, because we had BCH, by the way, is Banco de Chile, and I was wondering what you were doing with that, but you're not doing anything with it. So let's go take a look at. So the question is today's candle a buy signal?
On the weekly, is that a buy? Is that a buy the way it looks? It's a small candle or a big candle, or no?
Well,
nothing.
You know, one of the things that you and I want to do is be able to pick out resistance. And so from a weekly, first of all, this equity, as you know, has done basically Zippo, right, since 2016. So it's just not anything to really get excited about on the long term. But I want to answer your question specifically. We have to find resistance, and right now it's trading right at resistance. The top of that market profile, which identifies resistance for us, is 2363. It's trading at 2364 right now. So if it's bullish, you're going to see a close above that level today, or this week, let's say by Friday. And then if it can do that, what it's going to do, or it should do, is trade up to the week of June 11th, and that would be 27.79 to 25.72. So are you looking at this for more of a longer term? Well, tell me, kind of give me a feel for.
I'm just going to do a little test, buy a few hundred shares and see where it goes. Maybe, I don't know, the market's kind of all over the place. They have a few drugs coming out for your eyes and all that.
Yeah, look, what this has going for you on a weekly basis, just to stick with it, it does have most certainly a series of higher lows, and it certainly has a series of higher highs out here. But as we speak today, it's trading at resistance, and it's hard to say, yeah, go buy resistance. I'd rather you buy support, which on this equity on the intermediate term time frame would be 1946 out here. It's also yeah, that's what I see when I take a look at that weekly time frame. What was the second one that you wanted to look at?
Second one is STM. I missed out on buying this thing, and I know they're on the next generation when everybody goes to 5G networks. I'd say the buy is around $11. They have to be between
give me that single again. Give me that symbol again.
STM.
STM. Say microelectronics. Okay.
Yeah, I see $11. I should buy the gap over there. It's the halfway point between 24 and 6, and you divide it a few times. Where's the buy point?
Well, I tell you, so the buy point. So this thing has so many gaps. I have to assume that it's currency related.
Do you know over in that other country? Yeah, they're European.
Okay.
That's why I figure they're bashing out of it too. Yeah.
Okay, so here's what you and I want to do on this one. Let's ignore the gaps, and instead let's look for some other pattern that would help you to identify a bottom. And that pattern could be forthcoming here over the coming days. You see, price has been moving lower, doing with less relative energy. It began that pattern on September the 8th. It still is doing it today. What you need to see, just like on the first symbol that you called about, you really want to see some type of bullish reversal candle. It could turn into a hammer candle today. It is not right now. Maybe it's not a hammer candle. Maybe tomorrow it's a bullish engulfing. You want to go ahead and keep your eyes on this. If this is one that you want to do some bottom fishing on, but you want to see the cavalry come in. You want to see some type of bullish reversal signal. And then I would say you want to see a close. Depends on whether you're conservative or aggressive. The aggressive person would take the trade on a bullish reversal candle. The conservative person would wait for price to close over 1857. But I can see, so ignore the gaps. But we do have patterns here that are worth noting and paying attention to.
Yeah, right now they're seeing as a surplus of chips anyway. Look at Micron, you know what I mean? So I'm figuring this glut's going to stay out for a while, and they might all, like, Micron might even go even lower. Like, when Micron's earnings come out to 20, I think that STM ain't going anyway. They're all involved in the next generation, 5G. Like,
well, if that's the case, though, if we go with your theory there, and it's good, you're taking a look at what's going on basically inside the sector overall, and so that says
oversupply, supposedly semiconductors, and then DRAM prices are coming out. Where would you buy MU at right now? That's what my
let me first go back to this, and then we'll take a look at Micron. Right. In essence, you would want to be able to see some type of bottom signal inside of the semiconductor index. Now, today, the problem with today's candle session is you have both, as we speak at 135, both a bullish and bearish candle. What I mean by that is we had a gap to the downside. That is bearish. But what we have is we also have a bullish hammer candle as of 135 in the afternoon. What price did was it came right down to its level of support, this little red dashed line out here. So the semis are suggesting to you that they may have found a bottom, which you can use then, in essence, to incorporate into your thinking for the first symbol that we took a look at. And now with regard to Micron, just trying to get the sector right, when we take a look at Micron, it is, well, it's a bummer. It's bummer because it's not.
I go to this website, makeitshorts.com. It's like #1 shorted right now. So normally when it's shorted, it's time to buy it.
Yeah, I think what Micron is doing and what you want to watch for, Victor, is pay attention to the February 9th swing point low. It was a hammer candle as well. It had volume of 65 million shares, the top of which is 41.19. You've tested that today, but it's testing it with pretty good volume, 51 million shares. So I don't know if it is a bottom, Micron, just yet. You know, you'd like to see it test that level with lighter volume, and it hasn't done that. And certainly you'd like to see it close above 41.19. You may get that, but it looks to me like if you're pushing into a swing point with volume, what it says to us is the odds favor that level will be tested again. Now, maybe it tested with lighter volume. That would be your buy on Micron. Otherwise, the buy could be the low of that session, which, by the way, is 37.52. So I hope that helps you out.
Yeah, that stock used to trade at $6. And that went up to 20, and then for like 10, 15 years, it went down to $6 and never did nothing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, look, I think the semiconductor sector is a great sector to be in, and I think you know my call here. The U.S. stock markets, once we're through this consolidation inside the Dow, the U.S. stock markets are going to be higher, substantially higher than what most people are anticipating over the coming years.
You know why? It's midterm elections, and Trump will do anything. You know, he'll put those working men in there.
This has nothing to do with Trump.
He ain't gonna lose this. He ain't gonna lose the election.
This has nothing to do with Donald Trump. What this has to do with is big daddy dollars. This is all about dollars. Dollars have to go somewhere.
The foreigners love him. They love Trump.
Well, dollars, Victor.
They love Trump. They're all taking their money out of their countries and putting it here.
Well, they're taken up because there is confidence in the U.S., the United States.
Yeah, same here. We're good. We're corrupt. We're good. We got liquid money right now. Everything's good. And then boom and bust.
Well, that's one way to
every
take a look at it.
79 years, you have a bust in the real estate market.
All right, my friend, we're about to go to hard break. Thanks for calling. I hope that helped you out and take a look at each of those symbols. That was for Victor in Paramus, New Jersey.